All right, I'm back on Black Clover Mobile, and we've got some very good things to talk about today. Now, I know it's been a bit, but as you know, obviously, I've been just very drained from Black Clover because overall, the anniversary was not as good as I wanted it to be, and the game modes that I wanted to have good rewards did not have good rewards, unfortunately. But also, fortunately, Cheesy has been taking care of the account. So let's see where we're at in Arena before we hop into really good news that I'm able to share with you guys today regarding SECRE and future units. So we'll take that into account. But let's start with it. So SECRE, wrong thing. SECRE is coming out. Yes, she is coming out. And for me, it should be at 4 a.m. EST on the 10th. No, the 12th. Yeah, the 10th. The 10th. I got mixed up with this. So she's coming out Tuesday morning for me at 4 a.m. EST. I'm going to stream it for you guys. Some people will be able to get her early because she's a mid-season unit, which means she does not come out everywhere at the same time. But we're going to talk a bit about her kit, okay, in this video, talking about when you should summon for her, but it's not going to be exactly a should you summon. I'm just going to like give her the teams that she's good on. Now, what I do want to do is talk about this. So, I got the kit for the next unit, all right? And I feel like we could all know who the next unit is, right? And it starts with a C. So yes, it is the girl herself. It is Dwarf Charmy. Okay. We've known that for practically 2 months, I think. If we go to global banner schedule, since this point, since over a month ago, we knew about this, right? But even before then, we kind of had an idea. I think it was here. Like if we check this out, I think she was in the exact same time slot as I had her today, or as like she is coming out in, and we could check that here. So I think she is. I'm not too sure though, but let's check that out. So after SECRE was what? What did I put after SECRE? I didn't put Charmy. So I guess I updated it afterwards, but I mean, we knew Charmy was coming for a while. So, you know, keep that in mind. But Charmy, I'm going to be able to reveal her kit soon, maybe. We'll have to see. I'll let you guys know when I can reveal her kit. I just wanted to let you know that I have her kit. And it's pretty interesting. I'm not going to give you guys more details than that. But I think some people will like it and some people will hate it. But usually there's always, Vic Games always has used every unit with a purpose for the most part, besides Summer Charmy and Yami. Those are actually 2 disgraceful units. Now, next up, so yeah, this is the free Lumiere. I just wanted to show you guys that it's pretty funny, but Lumiere is free on JP, and this is the confirmation that he is free. You could just pick him up. So sad, actually so sad. So now let's talk about the queen herself. A lot of people were quite excited for SECRE. She performed pretty much as well as a Fest unit would in terms of likes, right? We could go to Lumiere first of all. And I think how much she got, about the same as Lumiere. And then if we go further, I think she performed better than Fuego. She performed better than Fuego. And she did a bit worse than Black Divider, which makes sense. It's Black Divider. But no, it's kind of crazy to think that SECRE is doing pretty well in terms of the Twitter at least. So that's cool, I guess. That's cool. And I'm excited for her. I really am. So I will be streaming when she comes out, summoning and showcasing. That's the way I like to do it. Showcase it on stream. People give me their feedback and then we go back into it. So what I do want to talk about in this video regarding SECRE is just how she's going to be able to be used now and in the future, like very soon. So first of all, I want to talk about with Lumiere, right? So with Lumiere, she's actually going to be very good. And we'll talk about why for that. But she's also going to be good with Fuego. And also with, we're going to get the 3 units that we're going to talk about in tandem to SECRE. So what we know about SECRE, right, which she is beautiful, by the way, absolutely beautiful. And I've provided the HD arts for the most part to this database. So if you want to go in the description, you'll be able to find the Grimoire Tower and like download these assets if you want. But why SECRE is so good is because her HP is so high. 71,000 is one of the highest in the game. And it's the highest non-defender counting level 125. Because at level 125, she gets an extra 50,000 where other HP based units or just supports or healers also usually get 30,000. But she's getting an extra 20k from the levels because she gets 20k from 105, 20k from 110, I believe. Or is it, it's something like that. And she's absolutely fucking insane for that, right? So her HP is going to be very high, like about 30 to 50k higher than most other HP units, like Ceremony Charlotte, which is absolutely ridiculous to think about. So she is going to be great. But what I do find very interesting, and we have her animations, so why don't we go through them? Right, we have our animations. They are low quality, but that's her skill 1. Okay, then we're going to skip over because he does it twice. This is the skill 2. Yep. So that's the skill 2. And then we have the alt, which I think he fucks up once. Here it is. Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. So, is it here? Yeah, that's the alt. Look at it. It's fire. I know it's low quality, but still. You'll see it soon anyway. Now, what we have to realize is it does no damage, which means there's no chance of this attack being blocked. Now, why does that matter? Because if you're using SECRE with Chaos Vanessa applies actual debuffs that can be blocked, right? So if you if SECRE's attack would have gotten blocked, for example, then there's a chance that the enemy applies debuff block, which could hurt Chaos Vanessa. But since she doesn't do damage, she can't get her attack blocked, and this is her intro. So overall, I'd say that makes SECRE a bit better, and I did talk about that her doing no damage actually gives her a bit of an edge, which is kind of insane to think about. It really is nice. Now, besides that, I really love this ult because it actually helps out Raya and Fuego a lot, right? Because with Fuego, if you don't have Magna, the more I think about it, the better it gets. So if you don't have Magna, right? If Magna's not on your team, you're not going to get the counter first turn because there's going to be no burns on them, right? Remember with Sala, that basically, the dupe 2, you counterattack when you have a burn on the enemies, but if you just give Fuego counter, you don't need Magna and you're still going to counter with Sala Flame and do the AoE. Which is why SECRE gives him the edge, because SECRE overall is more useful to the whole team than Magna is. And then she's also helping Sala Fuego do more damage. So that's number 1. Now, number 2, why Raya? Okay, why is Raya actually just really good? With SECRE, well, it's because, you need SECRE, Raya max dupe, but SECRE gives a counterattack. And remember that Raya, when he has counter on him, I think it's dupe 5. The dupe 5 gives, dupe 2? Oh no, it's the dupe 5. It's everything. So the dupe 5 gives increased crit rate and damage reduction, which is going to be nice because that means in total, that's going to be some extra damage reduction just for Raya to have. But more than that, SECRE gives barriers to this MO unit. So if Raya doesn't fall below 30%, he's fine, right? So that's also going to be very good, okay? And besides just that, you could also have Raya on a mono blue with an actual good damage reduction unit, which means that mono blue is actually going to be somewhat viable. But the thing is, we are saying that, yeah, it could be that mono blue is good now, but most of the people that I'm talking to, or we've talked about SECRE, all consider mono blue especially viable for when either Lisht or when Luck comes out. Now, why Luck? Because Luck, if we check his kit, has shocks, and Raya has shocks, and if you apply 3 shocks, that is SP -8. So with those two together, on mono blue with SECRE, who gives damage reduction and barriers every turn, and silences, you can imagine how it's going to turn out, right? That's the thing. And then Finral might have a comeback, but that's more of a speculation. But yeah, also, I really don't know, because Lisht, I feel, should be a light attacker, but I had a dream, I deadass, I'm not lying. This is not a spoiler. This is not a leak because he's not even... I don't even know anyone past Charmy, okay? I just want to make that clear. But I deadass had a dream where he was a blue unit, and then I woke up and I was super pissed. So yeah, that was a very funny dream, I'm not gonna lie. But we also know why, SECRE is gonna be good for Raya, for mono blue for sure, but then Lumiere too. Now, why Lumiere? Because SECRE could essentially give Lumiere an extra 50% damage reduction at once. What do I mean? Okay, SECRE skill 2 gives the damage reduction. She gives the barrier, which is a 40% damage reduction increase. But then whenever Lumiere gets hit, that's another 10% damage reduction, which means in total at once, she could probably give Lumiere 50% damage reduction, because every time Lumiere gets hit with closed Sorrow up, that's another barrier, which means more damage reduction. So the more Lumiere gets hit, the more damage reduction he's technically going to have, which seems to be good game design, but it's something we'll have to verify, right? Lumiere, I think, is actually very insane right now, and I definitely think with SECRE, it's not not going to get any worse for him. The only problem is in pick and ban, where SECRE is probably going to be picked counter to Lumiere. So we'll have to see. But besides that, I just want to give you guys a little update. SECRE is soon. She's going to work with all the three very good DPSs being Fuego, Lumiere, and Raya. And I'm trying to think, is there, I mean, not really anything else. Like, she could work for Black Divider also. So also keep that in mind. Like, for Black Divider, she could actually be very crazy. So there's a lot of stuff. Like, SECRE just seems to be the #1 best unit in the game. But we're going to have to verify that a bit. But I would say that in terms of overall usability, she works with Fuego. She works with every team. Sorry, I should just say she literally works with every single team comp and then also destroys mono green. So big W there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you think. Are you summoning for SECRE? Are you skipping? Are you saving for Dwarf Charmy? Are you going for Lisht? What are you doing in Black Clover Mobile? Or are you fucking gone already? Let me know. Have an amazing night or morning wherever you are. And bye-bye.